down the street. Give it up for Dave Lipton.
Yeah, before we get started, as the senior guy here, just want to give you a little heads up advice. The worst part about getting open heart surgery is they manscape you. They just take a razor and go all the way down. And my wife, with her infinite Brooklyn sensitivity, when she saw that, I mean, I'm looking at him, it's like lonely and afraid. My wife comes along with her Brooklyn sensitivity and says, ew. That was a couple months ago. It's starting to grow back, starting to look like a 14-year-old. That's not what I'm here to talk about. I have a confession to make. I don't like dishonesty, I don't like hypocrisy, but there is one area of my life I'm a hypocrite about, and I don't want to compound the error by being dishonest, so that's why I'm here. I like meat. I mean, we're not talking in a sexual sense. We could get to that later, after I get buzzed. But, you know, a nice ribeye on the grill, you know, a few spices, a little pepper, a little garlic, maybe some olive oil, pinkish shred on the inside. You know, chicken in all its permutations and combinations, chicken parmesan, chicken fingers, chicken cordon bleu. You can't say bleu, it's bleu, because it's French. You know, pork chops, you know, I sear them, and then I simmer them for about an hour and a half, 2 hours, in kind of a teriyaki pineapple juice with pepper, ginger, and garlic. And then you chop it up into chunks, put it over rice, spill a little bit of the sauce on it. Not too much, it's very salty. My kids love it, I love it. I like meat. But here's the hypocrisy. I don't want to know it was alive at any point in time. Twice I've been to a pig picking. Now, for those of you who don't know, pig picking is they take a whole damn pig, snout to tail, bury it in coals, and I guess when they know it's done, they pull it up, put it on a spit over the coals, and then when people are hungry, they slice off a piece of the flesh. I can't eat that. I can't, that's flesh. Now here's the difference between flesh and meat. Flesh is coming off of a dead body. All right? Meat is when you go to the grocery store, ShopRite, Wegmans, Food Town, and it's on these pure white little plastic mini trays covered with crystal clear cellophane, looking all the world like it was manufactured at some Midwest factory by union workers who take pride in their work. Right? I can eat meat. I can't eat flesh. You know, or fish. You know, I like flounder sauteed in breadcrumbs, maybe sliced almonds. You know, or a rectangular piece of sea bass or halibut. But when you go to a restaurant, you get one of those things where you see a family ordering the whole damn fish, and they're slicing, and the dead eyes are just staring at you. How could you do that? Now, if there's any vegans or vegetarians out there, you're going to be saying, we just don't eat it. But, you know, it's like the Japanese have a philosophy that you shouldn't strive for perfection. Like if somebody's making a vase or something like that, and it's perfect, they put a dent in it because they think perfection's ugly. So that's my little dent. Now, recently I had a spin-off on this. Okay, I like eggs, right? Scrambled eggs. Oh, I almost forgot. The god of meats, bacon. Bacon and eggs, you know, on a nice croissant or maybe a seeded hard roll, all right, or an omelet. I love eggs. And be honest, I'm more likely to have it for lunch than breakfast. But one morning I went to the refrigerator looking for a carton. No carton, but there's a jar there with off-colored eggs. And when I say off-colored eggs, they're gray and kind of a washed-out green. And I'm wondering, what the fuck is this about? So I called to my wife. I say, honey, what's with the eggs? Are they good? And she got all excited. Oh, these eggs are great. They're great. Our niece, Alex, is raising chickens. And with the chickens comes the eggs. And these are like real fresh. Now, this is a little bit too close to home for me. Because now I'm visualizing the eggs sliding out of a chicken's vagina right next to a chicken's asshole. And I'm starting to have doubts about whether I can eat it. And then my wife even gets more excited. She says, yeah, when they come out of the chicken, they got this kind of slimy, mucousy shell. You know, the slimy, mucousy shell keeps it fresh where you don't even have to refrigerate it for weeks unless you wash off the slimy, she must have said slimy, mucousy shell five times. And Alex washed off the slimy, mucousy shell, so I had to stick it in the refrigerator. And now that original image I had, now it's sliding out with this kind of green dripping snotty thing, and I'm thinking, there's no way in hell I'm touching these things. Now, I'm perfectly happy to go down on a woman as much as the next guy or the next lesbian. You know, and I know there's fluids down there, and that's okay. But if something were to pop out of it like some sort of demented Pez dispenser, that's going to be traumatic for me, and I'm not going to be able to do that for a while. Anyhow, I'm Dave Lipton. Thank you all.